Audio issues. Think of audio issues in a presentation or dual monitor setup as a failure in the digital translation of sound. You hook up your laptop to a large display to watch a Professor Messer training video or present a slideshow. The video looks flawless, but the room is completely silent. For the CompTIA A+ exam, troubleshooting audio in these scenarios requires you to understand that modern video cables are actually multitaskers. They don't just carry pictures, they carry complex digital sound. As a technician, you must determine if the silence is caused by the physical cable limitation, an operating system routing error, or a simple hardware mute. Part 1. The cable capability, analog vs digital. The very first question you must ask when a user has no sound on an external display or projector is, what exact cable are you using? 1. The silent cables, VGA and DVI. Legacy cables like the blue VGA and the white DVI were designed in an era before integrated multimedia. They carry video signals and absolutely nothing else. The fix: if a user connects a laptop to a projector using VGA, the projector will never play sound on its own. The user must run a completely separate 3.5 auxiliary audio cable from the laptop's headphone jack to the projector's audio in port. 2. The multimedia cables, HDMI and DisplayPort. Modern digital cables like HDMI, DisplayPort, and USB-C carry high-definition video and multi-channel digital audio simultaneously over the exact same cord. If a user is using HDMI and has no sound, the physical cable is rarely the issue, unless it's severely damaged, in which case the video would likely drop too. The problem is almost always logical routing. Part 2. The logical switch, default playback device. This is the #1 cause of audio help desk tickets when connecting external displays. When you plug an HDMI cable into a laptop, the Windows operating system suddenly detects a brand new audio device, the speakers built into the monitor or projector. However, Windows isn't always smart enough to automatically switch the sound over to that new device. The symptom: the video is on the projector, but the audio is still quietly playing out of the laptop's tiny built-in speakers. Or, conversely, the user unplugs the HDMI cable to leave the meeting, and their laptop goes completely mute because it is still trying to send audio down a cable that no longer exists. The fix: you must manually route the audio. Right-click the speaker icon in the Windows taskbar and open the sound settings or the classic sound control panel. Under the Playback tab, you will see a list of every audio endpoint. You must right-click the desired device, e.g., Epson projector or Realtek high-definition audio, and select Set as Default Device. Part 3. The triple mute problem. If the correct playback device is selected but the room is still silent, you have to check the volume levels. In a presentation setup, there are usually 3 completely separate places the audio can be muted, and if any of them are at 0, you get no sound. The application level: look at the actual video player, like YouTube or the media player. Does the video itself have a line through the speaker icon? Furthermore, check the Windows volume mixer, which allows users to mute specific applications, like muting a web browser while keeping system sounds on. The OS level: is the main Windows volume muted? Check the laptop keyboard. Users frequently hit the FN plus F key mute shortcut by accident. The hardware level: this is the one most commonly forgotten. Projectors and monitors have their own built-in physical speakers and their own independent volume controls. You must use the physical buttons on the monitor or the projector's remote control to turn the hardware volume up. Part 4. The audio codec and drivers. If you have verified the cables, routed the playback device correctly, and checked all 3 volume levels, but the sound is still missing, or sounds incredibly distorted and crackly, you are looking at a driver issue. The ADC, analog to digital converter. Audio is processed by a codec chip on the motherboard. If the driver for this chip is corrupted, the computer loses the ability to translate digital files into the electrical waves required to move a speaker cone. The fix: open the Windows Device Manager, expand the Sound, Video, and Game Controllers section, and look for a yellow exclamation mark. Right-click the audio device and select Update Driver, or download the latest codec directly from the motherboard manufacturer's website. Summary for the professional technician. To lock this in for your exam troubleshooting steps. Cable types. Remember that VGA and DVI require a separate 3.5 mm audio cable, while HDMI and DisplayPort carry audio natively. Routing. Always check the default playback device in the OS sound settings to ensure the audio is being sent to the correct hardware. Volume checks. Verify. The volume is up on the application, the operating system, and the physical monitor projector. Drivers. Distorted or completely missing audio hardware in the OS points to a corrupted audio codec driver.